recording. And we're still waiting for the graphics to come in, so hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll be good to go. Okay. We are now officially broadcasting. 16 past the hour. We'll begin in just a couple minutes. TWIR TV. Just preparing the last couple of things just before we take off. And almost there. Just doing our test camera run right now with lighting and what is going on in the background, making sure we are good to go. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Good to go? Good to go? Good to go? No, not yet. Okay. Not quite. Pull up our top stories for the day. And I think we are ready to go, right? Oh, 2 minutes. Countdown, 2 minutes. This week in tech TWIR and robotic TWIR. And alright, here we go. Ready? And in 3, 2. Hi guys, welcome to TWIR TV once again. Recorded. Oh, let me do that again. In 3, 2. Hi everybody, glad to have you guys along. We're officially launching this off. We're so excited. We've had about 5 beta tests at this point, trying to work out a lot of the bugs. We're so excited. Hi, Jenna Fox here along with you this week for TWIR. Now that's where we're supposed to cut to the new graphics, but we haven't been able to get all the production plugged into it yet. So if you guys are watching live right now, we're glad to have you along. Hang in there. We're trying to get this all edited and pulled together after. This week in TWIR, the doctor will see you now, or should I say the robot will see you now. Robotic fish. A little bit of Maker Faye Bay Area coverage. Don't forget the robotic conference has kicked off this week. A wave-powered speaker that can talk to dolphins. And backpacks for the military. That and so much more next on TWIR. Hi guys, I'm so glad to have you guys back again this week. It is week of Tuesday, being recorded April 23rd. Again, we apologize in advance because all these little tweaks and twerks we're supposed to be we've been trying to work out for the last many weeks, and we hope. We're on episode 2 last week. Episode 1 premiered. It has been having struggles for us getting up. We are very excited though that officially we're broadcasting live this week, so bear with us as we slowly work through all the tweaks and twerks here on TWIR this week. I'm so glad to have you guys along once again. Jenna Fox is here along with us, as well as Rob. So thank you guys for coming along. We have been asked a lot about sort of our setup. We are using a Samsung Galaxy S2. I have a Pile Pro Langolier. It was actually $18 online. I use a small adapter to hook up the audio so that we can do that. There's a couple batteries in those, and the unit's on my back. We do also use a nice little recording unit over here off to the side that we run into our laptop. Our laptop is actually currently recording with Cool Edit Pro. It's run into our 22-inch Vizio over here, which is really nice. Not a smart TV, but it is 1080p. We use just a very simple microphone, pop filter, and we just integrate all of that together. I always edit that after my shows and upload that. We'll, be putting the links up for that after. I have another laptop that we use on the side where there's a chat that comes in, and you guys will be able to interact with us in a chat. So bear with us as we're still trying to integrate that, and we want to be able to answer your questions. And in the meantime, let's get into robots in news. As I'm sure a lot of you had heard this week, over the last few weeks at this point, and this week as well, a lot of things are starting to hit. As we head into the summer, we're seeing a lot of robots that are coming out this week. Actually, we reviewed those in a couple of our beta episodes a few weeks back. And we're starting to see more of those coming out. There was also a brief moment talking about robotic doctors. There was a new robotic jellyfish coming out. That was one of the other discussions and topics that we covered the other week. We have a couple of other coverages as well. We also mentioned last week that the Robotic Championships has kicked off. Like I said, we're going to put all of these links in at the bottom so that you guys, if you want to look at some of these stories more in depth, we use some of those online. We do also have our Facebook. You guys can head over there, facebook.com/TWIR. That's TWIR TV. And feel free to like us and subscribe. We're over at YouTube too as well, youtube.com/TWIR, or I should say user/TWIR. But like I said, we will put all these links in there. We haven't been able to get the upgrades that we wanted. We're trying to be able to do live so that you can actually have the feed going across the bottom right now. So like I said, we're slowly integrating into all these great little fun things. So bear with us as we get through this fun-filled excitement. Now taking a look at robots in media. And for those that are joining us for the first time, normally we have a little visual that's going to come across when we show robots in news. We cover robots in news, robots in media. We are very saddened to hear about Transformers Prime Season 4 Beast Hunters that was showing on the Hub, 4-part episode, and we have not heard any news on continuation of Season 3. And unlike many others, I know there was a discussion a few years back that it was being cut and taken away. Here at TWIR, we're very excited about this, that it was on, but then we were very, very on the opposite spectrum. We were very saddened to hear that it came to such a conclusion so quickly. There's been many other shows out there that we've had discussions on that also have sort of come to this quick, abrupt ending. So I'm sure we'll see more on that, but we're glad to see that there's, again, another franchise that's trying to continue to take different types of steps within robots and media. As well as, I know our production, here we go, selfish plug. We are also working on an independent film about Human. The film is called Human, and it is about a woman who is trying to integrate into human society and be able to pass. And there's a lot of transgender and just sort of issues that are covered in that as well. So that is being in production as well right now. There's many others out there. Feel free, send us over at our email, twirtv@gmail.com. And this is actually probably a good time that we're going to integrate into our sponsors this week. Go on over to stamps.com. I love that. Actually, I apologize for not having put this behind over here prior. So I am so sorry, but I had to show you guys. Here is the fabulous 5 pound scale right now. I'm so excited. This got sent to me. It is free, but dot dot dot. We're so excited. It ended up being, I think, $9.99, but for us it actually ended up being $11.99 to get to us. And as you can see, there is a USB cable, but it's great. You know, for a lot of the clients and a lot of our listeners that I know that we've talked with, some of the businesses, it really comes in handy because then they don't have to ever go to the post office. They can hit a button and they'll print it out. I love it because we're able to do that when we send out our billing at the end of the month. It's really, really nice. It's very simple. It saves me to have to send me or one of my other staff over to, not that we have much of one, we have a very skeleton staff, interns paid under the table because we can't afford to. We're a non-for-profit, so we're just doing it because we're trying to help. We're not so lucky, but that's another story. Anyway, so we're very excited. Go to stamps.com, and if you go in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a microphone. Click on that. They may have changed the website, and normally we're trying to show the website up while I'm talking about this ad. But if you check there, we do have the affiliate code if you'd be so kind to plug that in. We're trying to get our own link at the end. It's just, we're trying to work out all the bugs for that. And Squarespace, go on over to squarespace.com. Oh my gosh, we are setting ours up. That's where we can do e-commerce on it. I have, over the years, I usually have used like a free website, but for that small fee, because usually when we use e-commerce, and I've integrated other things, like we have the PayPal as well that we can use on there. And I apologize again. Like I said, we tried to have all this stuff put together prior to going on. Usually I have a hand that comes off of the screen that hands it to me. We're all excited. We also had, as another, over here, PayPal. We're so excited. This has been sent to us so that we can actually have clients come in, and we're so excited. You can put this tag up on the door or wherever you're going, or on your vehicle if you're traveling around. Like I know a friend of mine, because being a licensed cosmetologist, they do a lot of cutting for animals, and they just post it right on the side of their RV. And it's great. You just plug this right into your cell phone, and this can actually be integrated into Squarespace. So you see the little segue I did there? And of course, that's another one as well, paypal.com. We have all their affiliate links at the bottom, so feel free to click when you sign up. Extra great little incentives there that can help you and help us to grow and sorry, I like sweating, but that's what happens. You got the halogen lights on you, and usually I have my little paper towel here for them to wipe it for me. Thank you. Not today, not today. So I hope you guys are hanging in there. We appreciate it if maybe you've stopped by and you stopped in and maybe I wasn't on camera or something wacko was going on. Bear with us. Again, this is our first upload live feed. We put together all the things and we tried to calibrate and put everything together behind the scenes so that it went smoothly for our broadcast. Even though technically we're on episode 2, we're trying to get that uploaded. There was some issues with our live feed last week, and we're trying to work that all out. So just kind of bear with us. It'll be interesting to maybe look at this in months or years from now when they'll say, remember TWIR's first episode? So I think it's going fine. You guys will be able to come over. There is an MIRC chat available option that you guys can come in, and you'll be able to send me, and we'll be able to interact together, and I'll be able to answer your questions, and we'll be able to talk about that. So bear with us. We're just covering some of that. Some of the headlines I just covered very briefly, sort of a very brief outline, because I want to put these links in and allow you guys to go over there. I don't want to babble on that for too long. We only have right now a 30-minute program that's available to us, and I hope that we tested the audio and it should be going fine. I just, God forbid, I see a light up there, so hopefully everything is still going smoothly. Drop us a line, let us know how we did, how we're doing. Remember, we're just trying to do the best we can too, so don't be too harsh. Please keep the negative attitude trolls away, and just bear with us as we're trying to constantly transition into different ways and being able to help pull this together and make this a better setup for all. And we hope that we can continue to help you guys out there as well as the audio audience who might be listening to us on the podcast right now. So hope you're enjoying our beautiful banner that was made by the amazingly talented Aaron Lamron. this week in robotics. Very, very gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can even see that on through the camera up there. We're trying. Excuse all the we are trying to set it up. We have a green screen. We're doing a huge revamp. So in no time at all, we'll be starting to see the studio take on a whole nother direction. And soon we're going to be camera one, camera two, and we have a few different ones. We're trying to upgrade to a nice DSLR eventually at some point. One of the nice Canon T1. Or I know they're up to like T4, but at this point we can only seem to afford the T1s. Cough, cough. We're not so lucky to be able to buy those really nice ones. So bear with us as we put together and come together. And we're very excited. There's a lot of other shows out there as well that we're trying to work on. I've been wanting to try to work with some hobbyists right now as well with this classic Rob. I'm sure many of you will recognize where he came from. We want to add like little tank tracks. Actually, we spoke about many weeks ago that there's a new robot out from uh, robotic. Oh, great! Now I'm being caught on I'm being called on right on the moment. They have this cute little phone that integrates these emotions. Robo, is that what it is, guys? Yeah, Robo X. I apologize. We're gonna put that link up. And anyway, we were discussing that just a couple weeks ago. And we're going to install these little tracks, and we're hoping that we can insert some servos and motors and whatnot and allow for Rob to actually have a little interaction with us, and some cameras in there so that it will recognize us and have some movement as well. We've been integrating that, trying to get into sort of hobbyists, and by all means, there's all types of robotic lovers and every other form that we can. It's just right now we're not so lucky. We can't get donations, and that's really hard. We do have a PayPal account. If you guys, by all means, would like to donate, wink, wink. That's another horrible, selfless plug. But we're trying to continuously see kind of where this will go. Maybe we'll be unlucky and it will just slowly snail crawl along. That's just kind of how it goes. But we've been very excited to do this for some time now, and we're just glad to see it really starting to take off and go in another direction. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope that my voice is not coming out and all you're seeing is my movements and you're not hearing anything, because this microphone, we did test it 5 or 6 times, but as I'm sure you're well aware, is even when you test it, sometimes even when you run it for its live event, it doesn't always work. So we are getting ready to wrap up. We don't have enough advertisers yet, so we do have a few sponsors, but we are trying to continuously build. And for right now, we kind of have to start where we're at this moment and kind of go forward from there and do the best we can. But we're very excited. I mean, I think we still have, I've had a lot of people say, wow, Jen, your setup is very professional, very nicely done. And, we work with what we can, and we're not so lucky to be able to afford the 6, 7, 8 digits of equipment. Not that a lot of people have to use those, and you can still get by with some that are much, much lower. But we've learned to work with what we have for tech. And speaking of tech, we've been wanting to integrate a few other shows as well that work with other folks that are passionate about tech and about robotics, and integrating that into our shows. If you have any other thing, like I know also there was on the market recently, I was looking at it, there was this great little robotic cat litter box, actually, speaking of More, our mascot, and my daughter. No, she's our sweetie. She's over here sleeping just off camera. And they have these great robotic sensor litters that actually clean that. It's like almost self-cleaning now, which is so nice. Granted, I don't have $500, but it's just neat that they've got these. And we'll be putting up other links as well to some of those. So kind of bear with us as we're slowly trying to transform our life and this show as it continuously evolves. So I hope you guys were glad and happy to come along today. Again, I'm Jenna Fox, and thank you guys so much for coming along for episode 2 this week in robotics. We'll see you guys again next week. Have a great week. Ciao. And that's a wrap. Thank you guys. See you soon.